Hey everyone, not going to waste any time, I'm just going to get right to it. I'm going to start working on fixing the clutch linkage on the side here, and hopefully we'll have a test drive video sometime soon. Now this nice big washer I'm going to use, it'll mount onto this, it'll be welded onto that other 90-degree arm piece, so it'll hold this. Washer extension, check. Now I'm going to put this all back together and see how the clutch feels. Man, it feels like I've done this a million, thousand, gazillion times. But I got the clutch back together, all the linkages are fastened back up, as you can see. The clutch isn't that bad, so I guess the whole thing I did was half a success. So I'm going to put the gas tank back on, and I think I might have to go for a little drive. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, another day building go-karts. Our two usual folks are here today. What we're gonna do, they're gonna make the gas pedal and linkage, and I'm gonna hook up the brakes. So stay tuned for that. Hey, we're going for a quick parts run. I need to buy a new welding tip and a metric bolt because I don't have any of those. So we're gonna go do that and we'll be back. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a cold and snowy one today. So, what shall I do today? I have an idea. I bought this sprocket off the good old internet. I'm sorry, this isn't a sprocket. This is a pulley tensioner. But, unlike the one I have right now, instead of being for tensioning on the inside of the belt, this is for pressing on the outside of the belt. Now, why did I buy this, you may ask? Because several people have commented on my channel about saying, hey, your tensioner is on the wrong side of the belt. And the more I think about it, the more I have to agree with what they say. So, I do have a plan for how I'm going to fix this. Hopefully a little bit of ingenuity will shine through today, and you might appreciate how my design will work once it's all done. So I guess without further ado, I'm going to get started and start building something. So I did have some friends over last week, and unfortunately I was trying to micromanage 4 people and work on stuff myself and teach people how to do things. So I didn't really, there was no time to equate to get the camera rolling, unfortunately. But all we really did was we got this, we did get the gas pedal mounted. I mean, you've seen it before. The only thing we really did was just, we welded it onto the frame there, and we had that little return spring sitting in there too. We did start to run the cable back, but we did not hook it up to the carburetor yet. So we will have to, whoever will get that hooked up eventually. Okay, here's my latest creation. This is going to be the new clutch tensioner. This will be mounted on the bottom of the chassis. Now, this little hoop here is just a belt retainer, if you will. So while this is spinning along in here, if you depress on the clutch and let the belt hang out, there's a good chance it might just slip off. So I made this little hoop. It's connected by 2 washers, and It should hold the belt on nicely. So yeah, this will be mounted down here. Obviously the hoop has to go through the belt, but it'll be mounted down. The bottom of this will be mounted down on here. So then the other thing I'm going to have to do is I took off the old pulley. Now what I can do is I'm just going to run a piece of cable from this bolt to the top of this pulley. Maybe I'll weld on a washer to the end of this or something, or drill another hole somewhere. So that's how I'm going to do that. I think this should work well. A lot of, yeah, like I said, there's just been a ton of people commenting, oh hey, you're putting your tensioners on the wrong side of your belt. And I mean, the more people say it, the more it makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm currently working on the brakes right now. What I'm doing is, where's my cap? The cap that I have for my master cylinder leaks very badly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to permanently seal this on, at least maybe with silicone. I might use JB weld or something of that nature. But what I'm going to do, since I'm going to have this mounted on my go-kart, this is going to be mounted, this handle is going to be pointing straight up. So there's a great chance that this will leak. So I'm going to seal this up, but I will drill a hole towards the top. If it's mounted on here like this, I'll drill a hole like right here. And I'm going to install this fitting I have. It's a special fitting. It has this little rubber O-ring, this washer. I have another washer around here somewhere, and then this bolt will go on here like this. And I'm going to drill a hole through here, and this O-ring will seal up the hole that is drilled through here. Now on the top here, see, on the top here is an unusual, I think it's a pipe fitting on the outside here. So what I've done is I've drilled this out a little bit and I tapped it for a standard course standard bolt here. So this is like, so what I can do is if I need to fill up more brake fluid, I can just take this bolt out and fill it in. Well, this will be mounted sideways, so if I took the cap off, I'd lose all my fluid out of the reservoir. So with this, I can just I can fill it up from here and not have to worry about taking the cap off, or taking the whole master cylinder off so I can take the cap off. So I can seal it up, I can seal the cap up good, and I can fill my reservoir up easily as well. So that's what this whole fitting is for. I'll show you once it's all done and kind of explain a little better. But yeah, I'm going to get this done and I'll show you how it works. Alright, here's my fitting actually installed here. This is just for my specific application because my master cylinder leaks really bad. This is not a requirement or something you have to do for a hydraulic brake system on a go-kart, but this will just this will help me bleed my brakes and fill my brake fluid much easier. Okay, so I have my brakes all hooked up just as a mock-up. So I have my fitting on here, banjo bolt, it goes to this first brake line, and I have my connector plugged off the one end. This is the banjo bolt I bought the other day. I was waiting for it to come in the mail. Another banjo bolt, then this slightly longer hose, and up to my caliper. I was going to blade this out tonight, but I'm kind of running out of time. Because I don't know why, I just kind of started doing random things. I didn't finish one task. But I did get a lot of stuff done either way. Because I did, this weekend I got the gas pedal mounted. I have the new clutch tensioner half put together. And Now my brakes are almost done. I just have to actually mount them on the go-kart. So yeah, sorry for the jumping around, but I guess I did get a good many things done. So alright, that's all for now, folks. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next time.